What's popping? What's good? Let's get it. First off, I got to give thanks. I ain't did that in a minute to my elemental properties, especially to my ancestors, my celestial ancestors, my Mother Typhon, Triple Blackness of Space. Understand? I saw anyone one you want to use. I heard ancient Egyptian. Of course, it's ancient Kemet history, but we're going to keep the regular names just for we can actually understand what we're talking about. Happy New Year out there. It's Happy El Sekhmet. What's popping with me is that I'm going to actually have some business cards within the next couple of weeks, and it's going to be promoting my universal thanking channel, as well as all the experiences thus far and all the adventures to come when putting my work out there, as far as like understanding who I am, stepping into my power, understanding just the whole analogy of creation, and getting a better understanding with more detailed reading, and just making sure that we focus enough to understand really who we are. Now, we really don't know who we are, and I promise I got several videos coming. Like I said, my time is timed up. My time is tied up a lot, even though it doesn't exist, but it's still here. And right now, I want to jump into it because we want to talk about. I know I said something a couple of my videos about actually the new year, and how we all are going by the more so obeyed masses calendar, which is the Gregorian calendar, and how we're not actually in tune with our solar history as well as the solar calendar. We are solar beings, and it's like we're kind of getting our focus more and more as this world turns, or as this earth turns, however you want to put it, when it comes to the numbness of our people in the literature and the aspect of who they are and the identities that represented us once upon a time, eons and eons ago. Because people think this earth been here just for, a second, and we only the people here, and not understanding, we are people from the stars, we're people from the heavens, and we got to get back in tune with that. And ancient Egyptian history, which is ancient Kemet history, it holds the format and the blueprint of um, the original rules, the original laws, the original acceptance of being who we are, and paid homage to it. So we're going to jump into it. We're going to talk about the summer solstice. June 21st, 2018 represents the new solar year calendar. It's the first new year in the solar universal aspect, metaphysically speaking, and it has a lot to do with new becomings. It's a celebration over in ancient Kemet. Ancient Egyptian, they used to have a big feast. This is something we should be doing as a holiday. Now, this is a holiday. We kind of getting backwards with the holidays. You know what I'm saying? So the summer solstice, that just started June 21st. Happy New Year to all my solar babies out there that understand what's popping out here. The information is definitely out here. It's no secret no more. The dominance and the presence of our IE being black dominant people in the universal guardians of the galaxy is no longer held captured by the masses that's wanted us to keep us literally and physically and spiritually controlled, dominated, and constantly keeping us in a place of darkness, not knowing that we are the light beings of the universe. And that's something that's never been taught to us again in these schools. And we going by this Gregorian calendar, has no usage or even don't have nothing to do with our people. Now, these conversations, I want to say for real, is more so of a mature level, to where I'm studying and I'm learning and I'm getting in tune with the universe and myself, my inner self, my understanding, my overstanding of the community. The communication that I can actually have with our God, one God in the universe. So, it's no race issue. It has nothing to do with any type of prejudice. These are known actual facts that has been in her story, that has been told by his story. So we have to get out of the bias of thinking of that's impossible, like that's too far-fetched, and we need to understand that until you actually get at least a inkling of a grasp of who you really are in the universe, it's like you would never understand. But you actually have to reach out. They had the information in books. They had it through all this technology that they're doing, and we have no clue about the event that's about to come. But the good news is, because of the summer solstice, the new moon that happened on the 13th represents new beginnings, new becomings, new wishes, new fulfillments, new adventures, new experiences, nothing but pure bliss if you're willing to accept the downloads that's coming directly from Ceres, the Ceres at this time. Ceres star A, he has this 3 is star A, star B, star C, and the summer solstice represents that planet alone, to where the pyramids of Giza is aligned in view on an earthly plane for everyone to see during the summer solstice. Now, Sirius A is actually the planet of the sun that we see now. It's the planet behind our sun. It's like we're actually a small door for real to the planet Sirius A, because it is like 45, like it's extremely huge, to where if that was thrown at Earth, it would immediately like be done with the whole Earth itself. It'd be just some clusters floating in the stars in the universe. So it's like Ceres themselves, during the ancient Kemet history, they did it to actually give homage and give sincerity and respect to the flooding of the Nile River, which the God at that time was named Happy. How coincidental. I accept that. So basically every year during the summer solstice, the Nile River will flood ancient Kemet, and it brings forth new crops, new soil, new fertile steps to recreation, generating different ideas of using the water techniques, and actually making spouts and making water fountains and things of that nature, because the shit was done way back when. This is just right now in these modern days is more so just a upgrade of what already's been, what have already been, that has already came and already passed. So basically, the summer solstice with the new moon being on the 13th, you have an opportunity to actually start receiving these downloads strictly from the direct sunlight of the Ceres star A, which is directly known with the Greek name Isis, but in ancient Kemet is Aset, Mayat, and all different religions, regardless of what religion it is, understand that they got the philosophy and the technology, the architecture, the astrology, and all the information from day one from our ancient ancestors and our ancient celestial ancestors that had actually traveled from Series B, and for whatever galactic war that was going on at that time. I have the story on that, and I'm going to do a video on that too, because even though it seemed far-fetched like a fantasy, a lot of our history is actually hiding in mythology. So we need to start taking a little bit more into the fiction part of books instead of the non-fiction. The more non-fiction part of books instead of the fiction, because those are where the hidden stories and the hidden lessons of metaphysics, as well as esoteric knowledge, actually understanding your gene pool, your DNA structure, and the spinal cord itself, and the operation of the brain, the neurology part of it, the sacred geometry of it, is so much pieces to the puzzle, like the stars. It's so much information. But once you connect them alignments like our ancestors doing right now with the stars themselves, and you start getting an understanding of the value of actually understanding, overstanding your meaning in the universe itself, and how this individual star, this individual soul that we house is just a moment of weakness here on earth, to where we originally eventually going to get back into our original self, through our original source. All religions come from our religion. It's just plain simple as that. No matter how you want to look at it, they all have to bow down to the one source, the higher power, the creator, what I'm saying, Ra itself, Sut itself, Series A itself. So you cannot discredit anything anymore what our people for eons and eons have taken control of and been in control of, until we actually came to this planet and manipulated gene splicing and made entities of unrighteous beings that been dominant since we did that. And we thinking it's all about just the white man, it's that's a part of it, but it's more so all about the grips of reality of, do you want to know who you are? Or are you willing to sacrifice a lot of things that we're doing right now on this plane that has no necessity or will not be carried over into the next realm, to even happen, for you to actually ascend and actually get to a higher vibration of consciousness, to where you want to elevate and be able to download information that's going to be fruitile as well as important to our people in this realm at this time, so we all can elevate as a whole. When the event comes, we're not stagnated and we're not fearful and scared of what's to come, because that's what they did. They made us fearful of all the things that has to be dealing with us, even with the darkness of the lower parts of Egypt that we share. In a metaphysical sense, is nothing but the lower part of our body, which is more so the physical. Just don't care about nothing else. And we're trying to elevate to upper Egypt, which is more so of a higher consciousness. Right now, we in just a low consciousness state of mind, and we're not focused on even elevating past them 3 levels of lower Egypt to get to our crown, to get to the crown chakra. We're not even using our solar plexus to even understand how important the soul is. And so we have to start valuing our body and how complicated things have been for us for centuries, and start getting our power back. Start, focusing on building new communities without the help of anyone else but our people, and start taking back, I mean, Clayton do it. You know what I'm saying? The Hills over there do it. They take votes out in blackjack for you to even get a home out there. They do the background checks now in certain neighborhoods, so where you're not even welcome. Like the modern day slavery, the new Jim Crow is really effective, and it's still affecting our people to this day. And the reason these young men and women are just slowly dying out here, besides the addiction and everything else, the broken homes and the tainted DNA and the false religions and beliefs that we are forced and like straight up force fed, what I'm saying, without no silver spoon, with the rustiest fucking spoon that they can find that they want to give us, what I'm saying, and they're taking away from the power of us being them super beings, and numbed us down to this physical stubble body, this avatar that we are condemned to just have trapped in these 5 senses. And the DNA that's not awakened, which they call the unrighteous people known it as junk DNA, is just the melanin, or more so the cosmic electromagnetic field that we need to reawaken and start to actually do things to actually start getting our bodies ready for the upgrade that's about to happen, because it's going to happen. What I'm saying? And I welcome it and I understand it. I know I have learned some things about me and these experiences that I'm going through right now, with even just the wanting and just the stagnation of change, by my sun sign being the ruler of Taurus. Before I even forget, like I said, I got business cards out in a couple of weeks. It's gonna talk about um giving more so little mini seminars on whatever it is you want to know. Understand, I'm doing the research, and the facts are going to be in alignment with the truth of the matter, of the sense of what's really going on. So I'm going to give little mini sessions. You're going to be able to call me. I'm going to put the information out there. I got a email now, universal soul thinking .gmail.com. I'm going to put up as well, because I'm going to start doing numerology charts and let you know exactly where you at. They free. You know what I'm saying? And talk to you about the numbers 1 through 9 and understanding the elevation and the hidden messages with numbers. You know, pictures too, but like I said, that's another video. But the main focus is the numbers 1 through 9, including what 0 means, and how it's just a repetition of numbers that's going past beyond 10, and how we need to start adding these numbers and start looking at the aspect of really what's going on within our birth chart, as well as the understanding of what numerology is. So with that being said, I had a few notes that I wanted to actually say and put out there about the summer solstice, because we have 4. We have the summer solstice, we have the which is like the longest day, June 21st supposed to be. And then we have the winter solstice, which is the shortest day, which is December the 21st, which starts the winter solstice. And then we have the spring equinox, and that's like the spring equinox, and the fall equinox is more so a representation of like day with equal duration of day and night. So, you know, March 21st is the spring, and of course, you know, September 23rd is the fall. So we need to start getting in tune with these dates, because those are dates of celebration of the world, and the universe is still moving. The only thing that is definite and infinite is change. Nothing stays the same, not even on a millisecond of time, you know, that we trapped in this space and time frame. You know, so that's the only thing that's definite. Only thing that's definite out here is change. That is it in a nutshell. What else do you need to understand on it? Because that speaks really for itself. You know, so change has no choice but to continue. You know, Earth has no choice but to upgrade. It's been eons and eons, millions and billions that this planet has been here. This ain't the only planet we done stayed on. You know, we have been in the universe for eons and eons. We continue to be the main source of the universe, and we need to start acting. We need to start acting accordingly. You know, so anybody want to ask you for real where you from? You know, you just tell them the Soul Star system in the Milky Way galaxy. The Orion belt lines up every summer solstice with the planet Ceres, which is the main planet, and it's a vital time to get information and the downloads to actually upgrade your spiritual connection to the one, to the Creator, to the Most High. So it's a time of celebration. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves on that day that's on that page, and those who are not, it's never too late. That DNA activation is waiting for you, and the stars itself with the alignments that's going on. It don't matter, because you're going to wake up, because there's no choice. We're in the time of the age of the Aquarius, where information is given, and you're going to receive downloads, not even knowing what's really going on. And I'm so happy and so humbly proud to be a part of it. So it was like a mass celebration in ancient Kemet, you know, and it represented the series bringing forth the Nile River for our ancient ancestors over in ancient Kemet, Egypt. And it's the Soul Star system in the Milky Way, SOL as well, you know, and it's more so like direct. You need to start, like, you got to get into the direct sunlight right now. You know, the sun is giving out these vibrations, this high energy connection, and we really can take advantage of it. Some things you really can start doing to even raise your vibration is um like I know grounding, which is more so getting in tune with the lower part of Egypt, the lower part of your body. Like I said, it's a metaphysical thing. Everything is energy. Don't put no physical aspect to this, because that's what we trapped in now. We need to look at things on a frequency of actually being that energy force that was dominant at that time. And so that was dominant at that time was every year it brought the Nile River. And our people welcomed that because they understood what the sun represents when it comes to actually life, continuing life, so, crops, animals. Everything was affected and still affected by the sun. By the sun. sun gives us life. And that connection that we have with the sun is our direct connection with our DNA structure. Can't really say melanated being, because everyone is melanated, but we have the dominancy and the characteristics of those original beings that circle this universe and circle this whole galaxy, to where we in and out of different dimensions and just in and out of different planets and situations, period. So before I go, I'm gonna give you a few fun facts about series, the planet series itself. It's always been called the ancient black planet. It is actually the first home to our people. Um, it is responsible for all the technology, the architecture, the math, the physics, the sacred geometry, magic, you name it. They brought it and assimilated everything that was taught there down here and made some fuck boys, and they took control of it. The dominancy is real. So, and the oldest known people to actually speak of the star people was the Doggone tribe. And the Doggone tribe is still popping today. They still go by the original essence of our blueprint of who we are. And they known for like all the original history of our star connection to the universe with our gods. So the summer solstice again is a celebration of the new year. It don't have nothing to do with the Gregorian calendar. It's a solar calendar, and we need to start getting back into the original science of who we are. The sacred geometry is real. Understanding pictures is runs the world. Numbers run the world, and power runs the world. So again, thank you for watching. My name is Happy L. Sekhmet. Happy, capital Lsekhmet. And I appreciate if you subscribe, push like. Also, whatever you really want to talk about, like I said, you can start putting in comments and inboxing me on Facebook. And when I put out the email, you can send me messages on what you want to know, or if it's something that I sparked your interest of what's to say, because I really want to elevate our people and get our youth involved to stepping into their power at an early age, without the distractions that they have on a daily basis. Our babies is dying out here, and the portal that's open right now is open for that and just for that. So, just hug these babies tight, let them know you're not going to give up on them, get some different resources, try some new ways, reinvented ways to get your family connection together, because the family essence is very important. It really do take a tribe to raise a family. So once we get that family essence back of originality, of being oneness with our family and our God, and understanding the universal laws and the rules out here that was embedded in our DNA structure, then we can get back focused. You know what I'm saying? A few more things with the helping getting yourself grounded, as far as like getting started to raise your vibrations. It's getting your frequency ready for what's to come. You know, you got grounding, which is nothing but really skin contact with nature. Walking, you know what I'm saying? Power walking, getting that adrenaline rushing, you know, the meditation, the breathing techniques. It's things I'm gonna put out there with videos too on that, as well as the alkaline water works for some. And I was told something different, and then I know for a fact the spring water works with a herbalist that I'm speaking with and going through to get my herbs. So the spring water right now is the best water for right now that I'm drinking. You know, that is helping me kind of keep and clean my system, because by our water being 90, by our bodies being 90% water, we have to match that intake. We have to actually double that intake. It has to match our body weight so we can actually cleanse ourselves properly and naturally. And spring water thus far is what I've been drinking. And like I said, alkaline works for some. I'm still doing my research on that. So again, thanks for listening. I appreciate it. I love what I do. I'm getting more focused. I'm getting more better. And like I said, nothing but peace, love, and energy to all my friends and family. Thank you.